Who won against Naruto vs Isshiki or Sasuke, and how long does he have to live? We're going to get into all of it as we review the fire chapter of Boruto, chapter 52. Anyway, hey YouTube, it's Basically Anime. Today we have Boruto Naruto Next Generations, chapter 52 to review for you guys today. Now, we left off with Naruto unlocking a new transformation in order to fight Isshiki or Sasuke, and in the 4-week period of waiting, we find out that Kishimoto, the original writer of Naruto, was coming back to write the Boruto manga, which hyped us up even more. In this chapter, we get to see the outcome of this fight, and we also get to see for the first time ever in the manga, Boruto's Jogen. Now, before we get into this, if you're first comer to this channel, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and tune in for more Boruto content. Let's get into it. Anyway, we start off this chapter with a nice color page of Naruto in his Kurama form, as it is titled number 52, Baryon mode, confirming that this mode is actually called Baryon mode, as it was translated in the spoiler panels, but now we actually getting confirmation. Now, I just want to take note that Naruto has been in the last 3 color pages or covers. Is maybe foreshadowing something for Naruto's future. I don't expect him to die, as he was mentioned in the time skip, but it is something to note. Now, as we get into the first panel, we see the smoke start to clear as Naruto unlocks this new form, which is supposedly called Baryon mode. Isshiki is in disbelief and says how could he still have such an ace up his sleeve and why he didn't use it before. Sasuke, who is heading to this fight to spectate such tremendous chakra, he never told me how to move like this. What is it? Boruto, who is currently conscious, is also staring at this. Naruto, who is currently flashbacking to when Kurama explained this technique to Naruto as he headed to the battlefield. Think of it like a nuclear fusion, Kurama says. It's a similar principle to how the sun produces energy. Naruto's like, what's a nuclear fusion? Never mind that, but the theory still holds. As Kurama then goes on to explain, my chakra and your chakra are serving as the kernels to produce a whole other new type of energy. That's all. Naruto's like, it sounds pretty simple, but how is it different from my other forms like Stage of 6 Pass mode or Kurama mode? Kurama says, oh, it's different alright, from the very root of it. The other modes involve taking chakra that you acquire from elsewhere and just using it, but this is a totally different beast. As the raw materials to create this, my energy in your chakra is getting consumed until one or both of our lives run out. Now you can get extremely detailed, or you can listen to my explanation of it. Both of their chakras are fusing. They're putting in 100% of each of their power, and they're not caring about conserving chakra strength. They're putting it all into one mini, awesome, explosive form, and they're proudly running out of chakra extremely fast. It's kind of like a battery. They're going 100% until one or both of our lives run out. Now, of course, Naruto's not gonna die. But what about Kurama and the time skip? Kurama was never mentioned. Could this signify that Kurama might die due to Naruto overusing this extremely powerful Baryon mode? We were gonna have to find out in the next few chapters. Anyway, he tells Naruto, listen, don't make any unnecessary moves. Even rid yourself of superfluous thoughts. Those are the tricks to keep this Baryon mode going for as long as possible, giving more evidence into my theory that it's just them going 100%, using their chakra 100%, and any unnecessary moves might waste a lot of that chakra. Naruto and Isshiki get ready for a major fight. We see Sasuke and Boruto spectating at the side. Isshiki responds by saying, I don't care for that look in your eyes, as he lunges crazy fast at Naruto. Naruto dodges his lunge, elbows him in the head, sending him flying to the ground. Isshiki then manages to catch his footing and lunges again at Naruto, which Naruto easily dodges and kicks Isshiki away. Now Isshiki is angered by this. Stop dodging my attacks, or at least that's what he's about to say, as Naruto releases a massive punch into Ishiki's face. Now let me stop it right there. Now in the spoiler panels, we saw them going back and forth, and we assumed it would be an equal matching. But in the beginning of this chapter, which we didn't get in the spoiler panels, Naruto is absolutely wrecking up Isshiki, as Isshiki is sent flying back from that massive punch, as Naruto readies himself for another attack. Sasuke is like incredible, unbelievable. Now he's about to say what we were all thinking, that Naruto and Isshiki would go head to head, blow from blow, but he's actually thinking Naruto's actually beating him. We also see Boruto at the side of this, also watching his dad fight Isshiki or Sasuke. The thing is, Isshiki is angered by this and unlocks his Daikoku Tendo Jutsu, as we see the black cubes that he manifested in the last few chapters, and Naruto mentioned in the last chapter that it was blocking his sensory abilities. Anyway, Isshiki then proceeds to slam these black cubes straight on Naruto like he did a few chapters before. The only difference between now and then, Naruto barely flinches as his chakra tails manage to catch these black cubes, and he sends it straight at Isshiki. Now while this is happening, this massive fight starts to blow shockwaves into the ground. Sasuke luckily gets Boruto out of the way, acknowledging in some sort of way that this is just not at my level. Now Sasuke did face off Isshiki by himself for a small period of time, and Isshiki did kick him away. I think in some sort of way, to me, Sasuke is finally acknowledging, like, this is above what I can do at this time. We need to get to safety. This is not a fight for both of us, him and Boruto. As Naruto launches this black cube and sends it straight at Isshiki, Isshiki manages to dodge it. It's one of the only attacks of Naruto he actually dodged, but he didn't really dodge it. As when Isshiki flies back by himself, Naruto is there behind him crazy fast and kicks him in the head, sending him flying to the ground, similar to what he did to Sasuke in the last few chapters. Naruto lands on the ground, readying himself for another attack as Isshiki goes straight towards him. Naruto is able to block this lunge, but Isshiki throws a punch at him, which Naruto dodges and lands a punch straight in his gut, sending Isshiki flying back. But not only that, he manages to kick him in the face while doing it. Now Naruto, he even looks like he's vibrating, full of energy in the next panel as Isshiki tries to go again. Isshiki manifested some black rods as we saw in the Boruto chapter 49 color page, and we also saw him manifest these black rods when facing Kashinkoji. He sends it straight at Naruto, so fast we don't even see it leave his hand. Now Naruto catches it with his bare hand, and we see in a little side panel, Sasuke is watching this with his Sharingan, another form of Sasuke acknowledging this is above my level, like normal eyes can't comprehend this. I need to get my Mankeigo Sharingan to even see what is going on, giving a testament to how strong and how fast Isshiki or even Naruto at this point is at this moment in time. Anyway, Naruto catches these rods and drops them on the floor, leaving everyone completely shocked. Isshiki is in disbelief. Sasuke is saying he stopped those high-speed rods. Unbelievable. I'm barely even able to track them with my Sharingan, which is just confirming what I was thinking. Sasuke is acknowledging they're so fast I can barely keep up with my eternal Mankeigo Sharingan, one of the strongest dojutsu inside the Naruto series. Anyway, Isshiki is no way, impossible. How did he power up so drastically? As Naruto, still not flinching, readies himself for yet another attack. Now back at the Anbu facility, where Kawaki, Amado, Shikamaru, Samir, and the scientists and other personnel are at the moment to hide themselves from Ishiki's Bakugan, we see Kawaki being emo as always. Like, in this whole storyline, he's always in his feelings. Anyway, he's just chilling on a bench. Now Amado notices his prosthetic right hand and says, "Doesn't that hand run on chakra?" And he says, "It's usually pretty hard to find a compatible match. You're lucky." Kawaki doesn't respond and just grunts, and we hear the scientist chip in and said that was originally created for Lord Seven's use, so it only responds to his chakra. Now the scientist is talking about when Tsunade had to make chakra arms for both Naruto and Sasuke, and this prosthetic arm is somehow Kawaki's new prosthetic arm. Anyway, the scientist says Lord Seven has been sharing some of his own chakra with Kawaki, so the hand functions all the times. Anyway, the scientist continues to say that he's been sharing his chakra with Kawaki so that the hand functions at all time. Amado then responds by saying that is unexpected. Is there no end to his generosity? Kawaki, still in his feelings, just grunts at this. Samir says, "Are you able to restore his right hand?" acknowledging that this prosthetic hand from Naruto's chakra is temporarily. Naruto can be giving Kawaki's chakra for the rest of his life. Now, this might be some foreshadowing. If you guys know what's going to happen in the end of the chapter, this is foreshadowing to how Kawaki's prosthetic arm is linked to Naruto's chakra. Anyway, Amado responds to Samir by saying, "Yes, of course, it'll be my first tax when all of this drama is over. He's due for a checkup anyway." When Kawaki's prosthetic arm starts to glow, as he notices this, and Shikamaru just walking into the room and says, "What is it? What's the matter?" He says, "The Lord Seven's chakra is weakening." Now, of course it's weakening. This is expected as Naruto and Kurama, fusing their chakra to make a nuclear explosion, are running out of chakra after every punch. As Kurama said, don't make any unnecessary moves. Sasuke, still in disbelief, says, "What's going on?" his chakra is dropping rapidly. Boruto is hurt, he can't even move as he says, damn it, I can't stay awake. And for some reason, he starts to fall asleep. Now, I think we all know what's going to happen when he opens his eyes, but it still leaves me confused. Is this a part of Boruto's awakening of his secret dojutsu in the manga, him being sleepy, or is it because of something else, like him being injured? Anyway, we see Naruto screaming, damn it, this energy cost is deeper than I expected. I don't think I've got much time left, acknowledging and showing us that Naruto has been really burning up lots of chakra, him and Kuroma's chakra. Now, I don't think he really should have announced that. He did think to himself the chakra stuff, but he did say damn it out loud. And Isshiki has a Byakugan, he says, I think he can see Naruto's chakra pathways and been like, okay, he's running out of chakra, I have to finish it now. Anyway, in the next panel, we see Isshiki and blood dripping from his mouth. Now, in the last chapter, I was wondering if this was from Naruto and their fight, but we now know it isn't. Now we might start to see an aspect that they mentioned of Isshiki now start to take place. Hokage, what have you done? As Naruto finally gets up and gets ready for another attack. Now begins the real game to see which of us dies first. Now Naruto kind of confirming what I was thinking throughout this fight. This isn't a battle of strength, attack power, not even durability, but it's a power of endurance. Naruto's chakra, Naruto and Kuroma's chakra is running out fast. Isshiki, I think we all know what's happening to him. He's starting to deteriorate due to the fact that he went through an imperfect reincarnation and he needs Kawaki's karma. Now we both see them running out. Who can last longer? Anyway, Naruto heads straight at him as Isshiki starts to get weaker by the second, and he now finally realizes what is going on. No, don't tell me, as Naruto launches himself at him. Anyway, flashback to the last chapter where Kurama was explaining this form to Naruto and practically says, of course this power is immense and it should definitely be greater than his, but we still wouldn't win against him as the drawbacks are too great and will end up dying before he does. Naruto is shocked by this, but he says relax, this is why I chose this method. The downside that it shortens our lives is the key to winning this fight, because all the chakra is connected to the same power that comes into being from bits of our lives. Also shaves off his life when it comes into contact with him. Now we were wondering, they've been here for like what, half a day, and Isshiki is already deteriorating. I assumed that it would be a progressive deteriorating until the 3 days, but we're actually finding out Naruto in this form has a special technique added to it, and that every time he hits Isshiki, he shaves off more of Ishiki's lifespan, which is amazing for Naruto to have this special technique and gives it a little kick to this form. Anyway, Isshiki says, unbelievable, damn it, there's no mistake, my lifespan is shrinking dramatically. I should have had at least 20 hours left, even conservatively, but now somehow I've got less than 30 minutes left. Now this is huge good news for Boruto and Naruto and his friends, as the whole plan was to outlast him, keep it in him for 3 days, at least 3 days, where Kawaki stayed by Konoha, and Isshiki would eventually die without implanting a new karma into Kawaki. But now we find out that all Naruto has to do is hold up for 30 minutes. Now of course they've been here for 20 hours. We don't know how long this fight has been, but let's hope Naruto can hold that for 30 minutes more just to finish Isshiki off. Anyway, Kurama says, listen, don't think about taking him down. Focus only on getting in your attacks, just like a boxer aiming to win by decision. Shave off the rest of his life before ours runs out. Anyway, like I said, massive news for Boruto and his friends, as Naruto technically doesn't have to beat him to a pulp, but only make contact with him, as we see Naruto in the next panel lunge at Isshiki and headbutt him hard. But it seems like Isshiki is getting sick and tired of being beaten, as he kicks Naruto in his head, sending them both flying back. Naruto is able to grab his footing as Isshiki teleports behind him and launches a punch at his head, which Naruto dodges and kicks him straight into the gut, sending him into a boulder. But after this nice combo, Naruto fast as ever appears in front of Isshiki and starts to punch him down and beat on him. Now we see Isshiki in his face. He is a little shocked at this point, maybe even a little scared, as Naruto starts to punch his face down into the ground. Damn it, his attacks, their force isn't the issue. Getting hit with them itself is the problem, as Isshiki is now noticing when Naruto touches him, his lifespan is running out. Sasuke notices this with the Sharingan and he's spectating with Boruto, who is still asleep. Naruto's chakra is getting lower and lower. Don't tell me he's about to die. But out of nowhere, Isshiki manages to get his hand on Naruto's neck and slams him into the boulder. As Isshiki says, less than 10 minutes, this is bad. I've got to prepare Kawaki, my vessel right away. But Kawaki is currently in Konoha. He then says, it's too late, or Naruto responds by saying it's too late now. Naruto then laughs while struggling to breathe. It's too late now, boo-hoo to you. But Isshiki presses his hand deeper and deeper into Naruto's neck. Shut up, you worm. As he starts to feel something while making contact with Naruto, and this is where Kawaki's prosthetic arm is coming into play. Naruto, instead of conserving chakra, is just wasting everything, while also manages to give chakra to Kawaki's prosthetic arm, keeping it functioning. Now Isshiki senses this. It says, the last one standing will be the Otsutsuki, Isshiki, after all, not you lesser species, and starts to stick his hand out into open air. We go back to Kawaki, where Shikamaru is screaming at him. Explain, Kawaki, is Naruto alright? How the heck should I know, he says. Shut up and let me focus. As we see a portal open from his prosthetic arm, and this portal envelops Kawaki and transports him away. Now, if you guys are confused on what's going on here, Isshiki, sensing Naruto's chakra is tied to Kawaki's chakra himself, was able to force a portal into Kawaki's prosthetic arm, sending him here. As we see Amado Samir, the scientist Shikamaru, shocked as Kawaki lands on the battlefield right next to Naruto getting choked out. Isshiki then responds by saying, I noticed your right hand was functioning due to Naruto the Hokage's chakra. I'm grateful to you. Thanks to that medal, some link, I was able to detect Kawaki and drag him out here at this late moment. Sasuke notices it and says, what? No way, this is bad. But as we see this, as the panel starts to close and it says next chapter is December 20, we see Boruto. He opens his eyes, but it's not his regular eyes. We see the Jogen. Now that is the end of the chapter. Quick assembly of the last moments of the chapter. Isshiki, using Naruto's chakra, was able to or managed to bring Kawaki into this dimension, while also acknowledging he only has 10 minutes of life left, as Boruto unlocks his Jogen in the last panel of this chapter. As it says, next chapter hits December 20th. Now this chapter was absolutely amazing, and I think we can all say Ishiki's done for. I mean, he says he only has 10 minutes left, and he lost 20 minutes in only like 2 minutes, and he's currently holding on to Naruto and making skin-to-skin contact, meaning more of his life is getting drained out. I would say by the end of all this contact, he will only have about 5 to 2 minutes left. Well, my review of this chapter is a 10 out of 10. Every Boruto chapter I've seen so far, 10 out of 10. I extremely love the action between Naruto and Isshiki. I mean, Naruto headbutted, kicked, and punched Isshiki 3 times in a row, and it was absolutely amazing. But let me know your take on the chapter down in the comments. It was an absolutely amazing chapter. Can't wait for the next one. Now, this is the end of the video. If you're first time on this channel, you love Boruto manga and anime related content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and tune in for more. This is the end of the video. Have a nice day, y'all.